When widowed janitor Evan Brooks opened his apartment door one rainy night, he expected nothing more than the usual silence of his tiny building. Instead, he found a soaked Navy officer trembling on his doorstep, her injured daughter in her arms, and behind them, two military police officers desperate to find a safe place for her to hide. Evan had no idea that the choice he made that night would rewrite all their lives. Evan Brooks had never asked life for much. After losing his wife to a sudden illness, all he really wanted was stability for his 8-year-old son, Milo. That meant working double shifts as the school janitor, keeping his head low, and doing whatever it took to make ends meet. The pay wasn't good, but the routine gave Evan a strange sense of comfort. A mop, a bucket, and a hallway full of echoes. It was simple, predictable, safe. But on a stormy Thursday evening, that safety cracked. He had stayed late at the elementary school, trying to scrub away the paint from a class project gone wrong. By the time he stepped outside, the parking lot was nearly swallowed by rain. As he hurried across the lot, he spotted a woman sitting alone inside an old minivan, head buried in her hands. A small girl sat in the passenger seat, hugging her knees and trying not to cry. Something instinctively tugged at Evan. Maybe it was the father in him, or maybe it was the tired way the girl clung to her mother. Either way, he walked over slowly and tapped on the window. The woman startled, wiping her face quickly. She was wearing a Navy uniform, though it looked like she had been in it far too long. The girl's ankle was wrapped in a cloth, stained with blood. "Are you two all right?" Evan asked. The woman hesitated, her voice trembling. I'm fine. My daughter just had an accident. I'm taking care of it." The girl winced at the slightest movement. Evan's heart sank. "She needs a real bandage. There's a first aid kit inside. Come on." The school nurse locks hers, but I keep a spare in the supply closet. The woman stared at him as if debating whether to trust a stranger. Then she nodded. Inside the janitor's room, Evan gently cleaned the girl's wound while Milo, who had been waiting for his dad, offered her a juice box and talked about dinosaurs. The girl, Lily, managed a small smile. "Thank you," the Navy woman said quietly. "My name is Serena Hale. I'm sorry you had to see us like this." "You don't need to apologize," Evan said. "Bad nights happen." But when Serena flinched at a distant thunderclap, Evan realized this night wasn't just bad. It was terrifying for her. Later, as the rain grew heavier, Serena asked if she and Lily could wait inside until the storm passed. Evan agreed instantly. But within minutes, headlights flickered through the windows, two military police vehicles pulling slowly into the lot. Serena's face drained of color. "No, not now," she whispered. Evan looked at her. "Serena, what's going on?" Tears filled her eyes, but she forced the words out. "I was stationed across the state. My ex-husband, he was abusive. The Navy finally started looking into him. When he found out, he threatened to take Lily. I reported him, but instead of protection, they wanted to investigate further. He's a chief with connections. He pulled strings. I grabbed Lily and left. I know running was wrong, but I couldn't risk losing her." Evan's pulse quickened. "And those MPs? They're here to take me in," she whispered. "They'll send Lily to him. Please don't let them find us." Evan looked at Lily, clutching Milo for comfort. He thought of his wife's last words. "Take care of people when you can." He made his choice. "Follow me," he said. "Now." He raced them through the school's back hallways and out a side exit, shielded by trees. They reached his truck just as the MPs split up to sweep the area. "Get in," he said. And as he drove them into the night, splashing through flooded streets, Evan knew his quiet life had just been replaced by a storm bigger than the one outside. For 2 days, Serena and Lily stayed in Evan's small apartment. It was cramped, but warm. Safe. Milo adored having another kid around, and Lily blossomed under the stability. Evan didn't ask many questions. He didn't need to. He recognized the fear in Serena's eyes. He had lived in hospitals, watching someone he loved suffer silently. Pain had many forms. Still, he knew hiding her couldn't last forever. On the third morning, he found Serena sitting at the kitchen table, staring at a folded letter. "I need to turn myself in," she whispered. "Running won't solve this. I just wanted Lily to feel safe for a little while." "And she has," Evan said. But you shouldn't do this alone. Before she could reply, a violent knock shook the apartment door. Serena froze. Milo grabbed Evan's hand. Lily ran behind Serena. The knock came again. Mr. Brooks, we need to speak with you. Military. Federal. Something official. Evan opened the door, heart pounding, only to find Commander Avery, a decorated Navy officer, standing with 2 MPs. But his expression wasn't hostile. It was apologetic. Mr. Brooks, Avery said, we know Serena Hale is here. Before you panic, listen carefully. We're not here to arrest her. Serena stepped forward cautiously. Avery continued, we received new evidence from internal affairs. Your ex-husband has been detained. His threats, the falsified reports, all exposed. You and your daughter were failed by the system, Petty Officer Hale. I'm here to fix that. Serena collapsed into tears, years of fear finally breaking. Avery knelt so Lily could see his face. You're safe now, both of you. Evan watched Serena hug her daughter, shaking with relief. He felt something inside him loosen too, a tension he hadn't realized he'd been carrying. But then Avery turned to Evan. And you, he said, went above and beyond to protect them. You risked your job, your security, maybe even your freedom. The Navy doesn't forget acts like that. Evan shook his head. I just did what any decent person would do. Not everyone would, Avery said. But you did. After the officers left, Serena remained standing in the doorway, as if unsure what came next. Evan approached her softly. You're safe, he repeated. She looked up at him with eyes full of gratitude and something deeper. Because of you, she whispered. You changed everything for us. Evan felt warmth spread through him, a feeling he hadn't known since his wife passed. And in that small, sunlit apartment, with Milo and Lily laughing together in the background, Serena realized that sometimes the greatest heroes weren't soldiers, officers, or commanders. Sometimes they were single dads with tired eyes, gentle hands, and hearts strong enough to shelter others.